What's the difference between a sports drink and an energy drink?
That's a very good question. A lot of people get confused between an energy drink and a sports drink. As a clinical biochemist, I would say it all boils down to the sugar content. Please understand, sugar is one of your biggest enemies if it's not balanced correctly. Now, when I mean sugar, I mean things like glucose, sucrose, and other basic sugars that are seen in your normal, energy drinks. Let me define what is an energy drink. According to me, anything with more than 10% sugar in it is an energy drink. So your aerated beverages, your Pepsis, your Cokes, your mango juices, your fruities, your Limcas, your Red Bulls, the sugar content is above 10%. So that becomes an energy drink. Now, I believe an athlete should not take an energy drink. Now let me tell you first why the 10% sugar level is bad for you. You see, when you take these drinks, this 10% sugar enters into your blood and causes what we call as an insulin spike. Insulin for the layman is very simple. Insulin is like a police cop, okay? And sugar is like all the people in the street. So when you take a lot of sugar, your blood sugar levels rise. So there's a lot of people in the street. Now if there's chaos in a marketplace, the police are called out and they do what we call in India as a lathi charge, and they disperse the crowd and everything. That's the function of insulin. The moment you take too much of sugar, insulin is released, does a lathi charge in your bloodstream and forces all the sugar into your cells. The thing behind this is you will suddenly get an insulin spike and then you will get a post-insulin spike drop. Okay, this drop is a period where people feel that lull or sleepy or feel fatigued. Okay, this is not desired in an athlete. So now I come to what is a sports drink. The difference is energy drinks, anything over 10%, if you're an athlete, if you're a fitness buff, don't consume it during your game, don't consume it during your workout, don't consume it during your exercise. Okay, consume it during a normal meal or if you're going for a party. A sports drink is what you should be taking as a fitness buff or an athlete. A sports drink is something which is 6 to 8% sugar. Okay, we call this an isotonic solution. Isotonic meaning, how would I explain this to you? If you imagine this room that we're sitting in as the inside of the intestine, and the outside is where the water is flowing, that is your sports drink is flowing. So as the intestine, what I will do is, the blood vessels outside the intestine, I will start picking up water, I will start picking up sugar, I will start picking up electrolytes, I will start picking up vitamins, minerals, amino acids from the liquid that is going past in the intestine. Okay, isotonic means the transmission of those nutrients into the blood from the intestine is very fast. A simple explanation. Something like a energy drink, it's very highly concentrated outside, so its transmission into the intestine is a little slower. Or something like plain water. I tell a lot of athletes plain water dehydrates, and they look at me confused. I say, how can water dehydrate you? If you're a sports star and you're into sweat science, I call it sweat science. When you drink water, water contains no electrolytes, water contains no sugar or glucose. What will happen is when that water is going in the intestine, the concentration of salts inside the blood is higher. And if you've seen, water always flows from a higher level to a lower level. So what will happen is all the salts inside the blood will say, hey, yippee, there's water outside there, we can go and dilute ourselves. So all the salts, all the minerals and all the things start jumping back out into the water. So instead of water being uptaken, you're losing salts reverse. So you actually dehydrate more, you're losing more salts. So the ideal thing is to take a specially designed sports solution, which would be roughly 6 to 8% glucose, and a 5:1 sodium to potassium. You see, when you sweat, if you've ever tasted your sweat, it's salty, and that's because of the sodium content. In India, the Indian race loses 5 times the quantity of sodium to potassium. The Caucasians and the Western race lose around 3 to 1. So it's very important that the foreign sports drinks that are designed aren't really going to help top-end Indian athlete. So you've got to have something that has a 5:1 ratio. It's 5 times the amount of sodium to potassium. A lot of people ask me, how can I get this naturally? Well, bananas have a good content of potassium. You could eat some salted peanuts before going for your workout and all. But get one thing, if you're a high-end athlete, if you're like a Ferrari car, You don't want to be compromising on the fuel that goes into your body. It's very, very important to ensure that you rehydrate with the correct glucose, with the correct electrolytes, and I also recommend that there should be some vitamin content, minute amount, maybe vitamin B's and vitamin C's, because these help in the release of energy from the stored glucose inside your body.